Welcome back to the Giants Corner to Corner Challenge, everybody. And as you can see, we've combined both of these fields together. Well, actually, all three of these fields together now. I'm planting sorghum in here because it's April and that's the month I can plant it in. I also bought that field there, and we're going to be taking a look at it here in a little bit. We got a job that we got to do in that field. But that's really the biggest update that we've got for land here in the last little bit since our last video. I believe we are now into like year number 6, I think is where I'm at. Taking quite a while. I'm well over 135 hours onto this game save, I do believe. And we are getting ready to probably at the end of this year, we're going to be buying another major farm, one of the bigger farms here, the one that's going to cost quite a bit of money, because whenever I'm buying these, I've decided I don't want to just get the area and throw something on it. I want to actually like get the whole area so I can make it beneficial, right, for what we're actually doing, just like this, right? I bought all three of these fields. Now it took me some time to be able to do it because I wanted to make sure that it was going to make sense, right? And I was getting something out of the deal whenever I was buying the field, right? We harvested it, made as much money as we could. I still haven't done any rock picking yet because I haven't had a need to actually plow again. But I'm sure that's coming up very soon, and it is going to be a very, very daunting task that I'm probably going to have like every single one of my pieces of equipment out here with a plow, because man, they're plowing stinks in base game. I'm not gonna lie. I've actually got 5 different crops growing now instead of just 4. Well, if you count grass, that's actually 6. And we've got to take care of the grass today as well. But I think what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and get back up here to the other corner, and then I'm gonna show you guys what we've got going on in that other field right next door to this one. I know it's a little bit overkill, but yeah, I had to get me a blue tractor. I absolutely had to get me a blue tractor here. It was really good deal. I mean, this thing, it's gonna have plenty of power. We're looking at the T9 645 here. It was in the shop, and I just couldn't say no. I couldn't do it. But we're heading over to our other field here. I always start right here in this one corner, because that way I get lined up really nicely on a straight section and we're good to go. So we're going to be throwing down a little bit of herbicide here in our oat field. We've got, I think, wheat in that one right now, and it looks like I missed a few weeds. No, man. Oh well, at least we're going to get them in this field. I feel like one of the most difficult things to do here in the game is to use one of these sprayers with an articulated tractor. I'm trying to stay far away from the poles as I can, but still get over here. Now, I did plow all of this field up over here on the edge to give myself more room so that I can make a little bit more money out here on this property. But I got a little bit too close to the poles, I think. Oh no, we're good. All right. And you know, as you can see, the dark part right there doesn't actually have any weeds in it, so I don't have to worry too much about getting over there. I like to be thorough and make sure that I'm covering everything as needed. Gonna go ahead and do an entire headland here around the whole property. I extended the edge over there as well, cut down some of the trees, took them, made some money, and we're good to go. And you guys can see, like, even with me buying some new equipment, we still have a lot of money, $843,000 to be exact right now. So that's what's going to allow me to be able to get that other property that I've got, one of these other big farms. And I'm really looking forward to it. I just got to make sure that I'm ready. You know what I mean? I got to make sure that we have enough product in the silos and storage to be able to properly feed the animals, because I want to get a few. I want to get a little bit of a jump start on the animals. That way, you know, as they're reproducing, it's not taking me quite as long to get through this, and I can, you know, get done with this challenge a little bit sooner, because I got some other ones that I want to do, but I'm staying committed. I'm staying committed. I told you guys I was going to do this all the way to the end, and I want to do it for myself, because I don't always stick with a map or stick with a challenge. And I thought that this would be a fun way to do it. It's not so much fun as in the equipment that I'm using, because I like to cheat a little bit. You know what I mean? I like to cheat. Not cheat. I like to use equipment that lets me get the jobs done more efficiently, like a real farmer would on a real farm. Now, sometimes those methods may not be real world, but they're in the game. It's like an alternate universe, right? That's the way I'm looking at this. We've got an alternate universe here, and I'm able to do some stuff that superheroes would be able to do, or something like that. I don't know. Like I'm trying to justify it to myself, and I'm not doing a great job. But I will say that any of the mods that I'm using here, they're not money generators. They're allowing me to do a job that's not super meticulous, like monotonous. Maybe that's like it's just not taking a long time to do the jobs anymore, so that I can enjoy playing the game. So I still want to do this, because that is a big thing. Like, I originally thought, oh man, a realism series is gonna be cool, like doing everything like the hard way. But it takes so long to make a video, y'all. It literally does, and it's taking time away from doing the other stuff. So I don't want to do that anymore. We're gonna stay committed to doing this. But if I need to get a mod to be able to make something just a little bit quicker, maybe, right? We're not gonna use any productions. I'm not doing any of that. All base game productions. But if I need a trailer, or if I need a sprayer, or maybe a harvester, I don't know, I'm gonna get it, because yeah, I got some other stuff I want to do. I do, and I'm gonna try and make it so that it's a piece of equipment that's based off of base game, like it's an edit like that, right? So I'm gonna do that, so it's not completely cheating, but I am gonna to make it a little bit more enjoyable. But I'm gonna get a worker on this right now, and I can't wait for you guys to see what we've got over at the next area. I mean, doesn't this setup look awesome? Guys, over like 76,000 liters or something like that, I'm able to put in here now. The Load King, we got the dual setup, the Super B or something like that, the trailer is. I mean, I got the stuff, but I can't remember exactly what it's called. But big capacity. I can haul a lot of different crops now, all at the same time. So I don't have to make multiple trips. I can just put everything in here, like when I'm going to sell or taking it up to the grain mill, things like that. But when I do have an issue and I need to haul even more, picked up another semi right here. Got the Mac this time, the Pinnacle, and I've got another regular trailer. This one holds like 52,000, something like that. All of them are load distinction, all of them black with the black wheels. I mean, I had to make a match, right? I had to make a match, except the trucks. I wanted a Mac, and white's a nice color. It is. I like the blue. Don't get me wrong. The blue Volvo is nice, but I had to get a white Mac. But that's not the biggest thing that I want to show you here. It's actually one of the smaller things. This is a nice Rudolph base game trailer right here, and it's going to hold about 18,000 liters, I think it is. Let's go ahead and hop in here, and I've got to get some sorghum for our chickens. Now, you guys remember I had one chicken coop. Well, I might have done a thing. I might have done a thing over here, and I'm going to go show you exactly what we've got. Up here on the left is the original chicken coop that our chickens are getting quite old in here, okay? They're still producing very well. Lots and lots of eggs are coming out of this chicken coop. But I'm going to go ahead and fill this up with sorghum, right? That's why we got all of that sorghum on the last year. So we're going to go ahead and fill this up and see exactly how much it's going to take. I think it's going to take a little bit, yeah, a little bit over 4,000. But guys, I put in a second chicken coop. These, we didn't put very many in there, only like 30 or so, I think is what I put in there. But they are getting ready to really start producing those eggs here really soon. So we're going to fill it up as well. Take this Rudolph back over here, drop it off, and then I got something else I got to show you that helps me with these chickens as well. All right, man, I hope it's fixed for you. Yeah, so the worker was like literally stopped. I don't know if they got stuck around the tree or what, but I was on my way over to the next area and I noticed that the worker had completely stopped. So I'm going to swing over here in the nice case and check on our other worker as well, and then make sure that they are doing good as well. And then we're going to get up and I'm going to show you guys what we're going to be doing with this new trailer right here. Yes, you might say, but driver, you haven't ever used that mod before. How do you have one of David's mods? Well, I traded in the enclosed trailer for one of these trailers here. Yeah, I know this modular section usually goes on the back of a Phoenix, but I'm not using the Phoenix. We're using base game tractors or trucks. But this auto load is about 34,000, so it's making me do more trips, and it's a little bit easier to maneuver and to work with. I was having some issues with the enclosed trailer where it just wouldn't want to do anything, and I had to like save the game, close out, get back in, and then it would work. But these here, I'm not having issues. I'm not having any of the issues at all. So what we're doing now is we're gonna go hang out with the sheeps for a minute. So I came up here to the sheep farm to pick up some wool, and yes, I am going to be delivering it to the spinnery. But before I do that, I've got to mow so we can get a little bit more hay and maybe even some silage done in preparation for our next animals. Yes, cows are the next animals we're going to get. And you know, right now my hay, I've only got 31 bales of hay, and silage I've only got 4. That's literally it right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this whole area over here is gonna be silage, and then I think this area over here is gonna be my hay, because I still need hay. I've got sheep, and we're gonna be using it over in for the cows, right? So first thing I gotta do, hop up here in the New Holland. I don't know if you guys have seen this one or not. We've got the T8 Genesis. This is a 410, I believe it is. It's a beautiful rig. It's getting dirty, pretty dirty, but I'm going to go ahead and drop off the front weight, hook up the mowers, and then we are going to go ahead and get started on taking care and doing all of that we need to get some grass down here on the ground. For this section of the field over here, I'm going to go ahead and leave these in some really nice good windrows, and then over on the other section, I don't know if I'm going to windrow it or if I'm going to go ahead and leave it really widespread. That way our tedder can get in there a little bit easier. Sometimes leaving it in the nice straight rows it doesn't really benefit me. Sometimes I'm getting a little bit of grass still mixed in there as well, but I think for this side we're just going to go ahead and leave it in the really nice straight rows. We'll come back, maybe pick all that little bit that I'm missing when I'm going around a corner. Should I hit the sign? You know what, I've done it every other time, so I'm just going to keep hitting this sign right here, and we'll turn this corner again. See, I'm missing that little bit, so I need a little bit better mower setup here, but for base game this is as good as it's going to get. While that worker is doing that, I'm going to go ahead and deliver some wool. Yes, we're going to get to use that nice trailer that we have there. We've got 9 pallets of wool right here. I'm going to go ahead and get them loaded up. We're going to load up the other ones here also on this farm, and then we will go ahead and deliver them. So what I need to do is go ahead and activate my auto load here. We're going to pull up next to these. Hopefully we're not going to have a problem. That one didn't seem like it wants to move. I think I've got an issue where it went into the ground. Hopefully this is gonna, okay, we're good. Even though they were showing that they were in the ground, they still went on here. 9,000 liters total. We're good. Let's go get the rest of this as well over here. All right, so it looks like we're gonna get every bit of this wool and have a little bit over 16,000. Holy cow. So almost 17,000 liters of wool. I'm gonna take this over to the spinnery, and then we're gonna see if we can't work out a deal to buy the deed. Here is the spinnery on the right. I'm gonna go ahead and pull around over here, and we are gonna go ahead and sell every bit of this wool. Almost 17,000 liters. I'm gonna put it in here, and hopefully I can make enough money that we're gonna go ahead and be able to buy this place. So let's put all 17,000 in here. Let's see exactly how much money we make. We're about halfway through now. All right, and we're gonna let it keep doing its thing. I'm gonna go to the front here. 66, almost $67,000 on wool. All right, how much does this place cost to own it? 60. Yes, I made enough. We are gonna be good to go. Let's go ahead and buy it right here. Still got a little bit of extra money in the bank, so I'm gonna go ahead, go right here, and we now have 17,000 liters of product almost to be able to start making some fabric, right? So if I turn this on, I'm going to turn off the cotton. I don't have that yet, so we're going to be able to start making some of this. Now it's 2-to-1, so that means I'm going to have about 8,000 liters of fabric that I'm then going to be able to take to the next place here in the chain. And guys, this is going to be a continual thing that I keep on doing. I'm a very firm believer and really enjoy the productions because it's it's adding quite a bit more stuff here to the game. The strawberries and everything like that, tomatoes, lettuce, I mean, they're all awesome, right? And I don't have the dairy and stuff, so I'm not worrying about making cakes, but I do have the bakery that we could do that as well. And that's why the cows are going to be next, is because I need to start making some cheese, I need to start making some butter, and I need some milk, because I've got some other meals that I need to make, and I'm getting hungry talking about it. And talking about all that food really made me hungry. So we're up here getting our flour that we've got at the grain mill, and I'm gonna be taking this down to the bakery because I need a sandwich. We've got some bread already being made down there, so I'm actually gonna take it and we're gonna store it in a little bit different spot than what we did last time. But it makes perfect sense. It makes absolutely perfect sense where I'm gonna be putting it at. All right, dropping off 20,000 liters of flour, and it looks like I've got 6,000 liters of bread there that I need to go ahead and pick up. And like I said, you guys aren't going to believe where I'm actually going to store this at. Yep, that's right. I'm going to store them right here with all the rest of the food. I know it's not human food, but it is food, right? And you might be wondering, well, how are you going to get those in there? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to lower down this weight right here and try and use this as like a blade. Hopefully we don't run up over top of it. Hey, check that. Yeah, it's working. I got 2 more batches to get here, and then it's time to make some bales. The worker here has been doing a pretty good job making bales for me. And yeah, it's time to make the silage one, because the straw, or the hay, I mean, the hay's ready. It's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the baler once I get these done. And for those of you that don't remember, this thing is just a little bit faster than the regular version that you've got on Mod Hub right now. This is the Quick Bale, and this is another one of those mods that I'm going to use because it's a edit off of a base game piece of equipment, and it's going to let me get this done a lot faster. I'm not making any more money. I'm just getting it done faster so I can get through time a little bit quicker. Right, get through all of the things that I need to get done here in a timely manner so I can get on to the next day, month, year. All right, so I'm doing something here I don't typically do, and that's going back and trying to find just a little bit more grass. I really only need just a little bit here, and then we will have another full bale. I don't want to just leave this until the next time we do straw, so I'm trying to put just a little bit more grass in here. I think I've got it right here at this end. I think we're going to be able to fill this thing up, so let's go ahead and get this turned on. All right, there we go. Oh, so close, like 50 more liters. Okay, I got it. Perfect. Now to collect all these. All right, so here is loaded number 1 of all of these bales. I mean, it didn't take too long to load them all up. The unload's gonna be pretty quick and easy too right here. And then we've got, what, about 8 more bales that we gotta get? That's not too bad. I mean, we're definitely gonna be storing up a lot more silage now than we had before, so that's good. We only had 4 bales before, so I'm hoping that this, you know, is good to go within a couple months. That's whenever, you know, it turns to silage, and then we should be able to start making some TMR at that time. I mean, that's going to put me right in the middle of the year. So yeah, if we get cows, then we're good. You know what I mean? Like, we're good. We should know what all the crops are in the field, so I know what I want to buy, which ones, and then we'll know how many cows to get, and we should have enough food for TMR. We got plenty of straw for filler. We got, I'm thinking about 22 to 24 bales here of silage, and then we definitely have that many of the hay also. And I know that you don't need straw to make TMR. It's just a good filler to help everything else go farther. You know what I mean? And that's why I tend to use it. Yep, doing pretty good now. 41 hay bales and 26 silage grass bales, and they'll be ready in time. Definitely ready in time. I could probably make some more silage because of the amount of hay that we have. Those are 9,000 liter bales versus the 7,500 liter in the silage. So I probably need to have about 20% more. So that would mean, yeah, like 50 So if I get like another 24 off here again, then I should be good. So I think if I bale all of this up in that area over there, all in silage next time, we should have enough to even out with our hay. But I know I'm gonna need hay over here as well. So the worker up here didn't do too bad at all. Only just a few spots around where they did the turnaround at, and this is a very tricky seeder to use, especially with an articulated tractor with duals in the rear. So I give them a strong A, not quite an A plus, but a really strong A is what I give them for a score here on this field. This is the last thing that I've got to do today, so I'm gonna see you guys in May.